Whew. So I I don't know how to even start this because I just watched The Long Walk and I've never read the book before. I didn't even know it was a book until I saw the trailer that came out. So this will be the second Stephen King book or second Stephen King story because I don't know if Life of Chuck is a story or if it is a small book. I don't remember. But this will be the second Stephen King story that is starring Mark Hamill as a movie, and this one is this one is definitely just like Life of Chuck, um, where it is not a movie for everybody. This is definitely a movie type of movie. Like, this is for people who enjoy watching movies and can appreciate everything that's going on in a movie. And I feel like this is just like Life of Chuck, that you appreciate the small details, the build up, and all of this building to the end of the story. And I will put this in there now, spoilers, so if you plan on seeing it and don't want to know how it ends, or if you haven't read the book and you don't know how the movie's going to end, I'm going to say it here, spoiler, so you have been warned when I get to that point. But the thing is, this movie, so I don't even know how long this video is going to be, because the thing is, the movie is pretty simple. The story is 50 boys from all over I guess 49, because I don't remember hearing 50. I heard 49 guys. 49 boys end up going on this long, excruciating walk. Like, I think towards the end, I think they were at 300 something. So that's a hell of a lot of freaking miles. I believe it was like 5 days. Like, I don't think I could go 2 days, let alone an hour of walking that long. So kudos to these guys. But of course, if you stop walking, you die. So I mean, I guess I could have some motivation to keep walking. But yeah, you get 49 of these boys walking on this long walk to essentially get yourself riches. You get one wish at the end of it if you're the last one. But the thing is, there can only be one. So there is no finish line. There is no, okay, whoever makes it to the end is like the first person to make it, you win the money and all that. No, it is you walk until there is only one of you. So if you stop walking, or if you, I think it's under 3 miles per hour, I think it is, you get shot, you get killed. If you walk off the road, you get killed. If you try and escape, anything like this, there's so many ways you can basically die. And it's essentially just them walking until they can't walk anymore. Obviously, there's more themes and more, it's deeper than that, but if you want the bare basic, it is just, that is the story. Just walking. That is all this movie is people walking till they can't walk no more. And you learn all of these boys. Our main group is Raymond, Peter, Stebbins, Arthur, Gary, Hank, and Collie. These are like the main guys. There are other people who sprinkle in here and there. Mark Hamill plays the major, who's the guy in charge of this whole walk, along with all his soldiers, and he kind of pops up here and there. Like, the next day he'll pop up and say, congratulations for making it through one day, congratulations for this. And he's not in the movie a whole lot, but when he does pop up, he does make an effect on it. And you get, like I said, you get small pieces of people who are walking in and out of the group. There are the 4 Musketeers, which is Raymond, Peter, Arthur, and Hank. Like, these 4 guys are going to try and help each other get as far as they possibly can and try to be the last of the group. A lot of people just cannot handle walking. The first kid that we end up seeing is Curly, a kid who I think they not acknowledge as saying that he lied about his age and that he said he was 18, but really he wasn't, which I think is stupid, because he doesn't get he's the first one gone. He is almost essentially just killed off right away because he gets a Charlie horse and can't walk off the pain. It's just, and if you've ever had a Charlie horse, those son of a guns freaking hurt. They are so painful. And I know walking it off is what helps, but I think in this case, when you got it while walking, I don't know if it'll really help. And he gets his face basically shot right off. I will say they do not skip on the blood here. They will show you the nitty gritty. So if you're going into this with a weak stomach, I would say maybe wait till you get it. Maybe wait till it comes out on streaming or anything like that, or just look away, because they do not they will shy away from some of the kills to where you're only feeling it. But they do show a lot of the headshots, and you get to see a lot. There's a lot of blood. A lot more blood than I was expecting, and a lot more, I don't want to say gore, but there was a lot of effects that make you go, damn, like, I didn't think they were going to show that in this movie. But they do not hold out. You do see the effects of it. You get everything from the bodily functions to people's brains going right out of their head, people breaking their legs, their feet, their ankle, or I should say breaking their ankles, not their legs, but people trying to run off on there and then just get mauled down by bullets. Like, there is really no good way of surviving this. You just have to buckle down and just keep pushing and keep pushing. And the Four Musketeers continue to keep helping each other get through this, trying to make it easy, trying to keep each other awake when they are like falling asleep on each other. When one's getting weak, trying to keep them awake, keeping them going, keep them fighting. If one's missing food and they need something, they kind of switch off on each other. Like, these four guys are helping each other try and make it. Like, they are doing everything they can, and like, other people are kind of pissed that they're doing that or just give them crap for it, but like, they are building this friendship, which is kind of the worst thing to have, is have a friendship on the long walk, because you know none of you guys will ever be able to hang out after this. This is the one and only time you will ever hang out with each other. Even if it's 5 days, 4 days, however long you guys can make it, that's it. Once you stop, you're done, and that's the end of the friendship. But Peter tells Raymond that you got to enjoy the moments, that life is enjoyable when you can look past all the darkness and all the hate and the gloom. Like, look at all the beauty, the sky, the trees. Enjoy every moment. You know, this whole journey that we are going on, it is a moment. And take every good moment and try to remember that and enjoy that moment, because yes, the moment will pass and that will be it. But when we go and when we do end our walk and we can't go anymore, we will have at least these positive memories that we made good friends, that we made brothers on the way there. And as the kids get picked off one by one, it just gets harder, because you don't know who's going to be the last one. I mean, you have an idea of who the person could be, who's going to be the last one. But after getting to know a lot of these characters and understanding why they're doing it, or just getting to like them because the cast is so likable, it makes it so extremely hard to see when they're struggling and they're having a hard time just getting that 1 foot ahead of the other one, in front of the other one, and just keep walking and keep walking, even when they're helping each other stay up when they fall. And it's a struggle, and it's hard to watch, because if you like half of the characters, like, you'll like the main characters, and it's hard that like, they're not all gonna make it. Going into this movie that all of these characters we see on this walk, only one's making it. So don't get attached to anyone. Don't really like anyone, because it's just gonna be over. And then we finally get to the end of it, where we're down to the 5 guys, and losing their Musketeer brothers and losing all these other kids, it makes it harder for them to continue to keep going, but they know they need to keep fighting. And they try to make pacts with each other, like, hey, we got to do this for our fallen soldier, our fallen Musketeer. Let's pay tribute to him. Hey, whoever wins, like, it just, as they keep losing one more person after another person, it just gets to the point where, like, they get closer and closer, and they're like, just remember me as this, or don't look at me when I get shot. I don't want you guys to see that, or take care of this person's wife, because one of the guys actually was married. He was the only one married in this group. And like, hey, let's make a promise to take care of her, give her at least some money. We don't need to give her all the money, but at least enough to keep her going after she just lost her husband here. And yeah, they just keep making a pact and getting closer. And then we get down to our final 2, which is obviously Raymond and Peter, and they're struggling after, Raymond's already saw his mom, so that was hard because they're in the same state that he's in, so he was able to see his mom, and he almost gets killed because he wanted to go and tell his mom, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have done this, I love you, and Peter being like his new brother, essentially, like, they are brothers at this point now, and ends up saving him. He's like, I don't know if I could have done it without you, Pete. Like, if it wasn't for you, if you were already gone, I would have been gone right there after I saw my mom, because I wouldn't have been able to continue to keep doing it. And as they are the last two and they're going, Pete ends up giving up, and he's like, no, I want you to do this for your mom. I want you to have this money for your mom. And Raymond's like, no, we're not doing this. Get up. We're doing this together. And Raymond ends up tricking Peter, and as Pete's still walking, Raymond's the one who gets shot and gunned down, and tells Pete, like, no, you go and do this, man. Like, I couldn't go any further. You're the strongest one here, and you're the one who deserves all this, and ends up getting taken out. And while they're on this walk, they're trying to get closer and figure out stuff like what their wish is going to be, and Raymond tells Pete that he wants to get revenge on the Major because the Major's the reason why his dad is dead, and he's the reason why he's on this walk. He wants to get a gun and essentially take out the Major right there in front of people. He doesn't care about the money. He doesn't care about the fame. He just wants to get revenge on him, and Pete keeps trying to talk to him through this whole walk that this is not the way to do it. Like, don't seek out vengeance. Like, I don't want you to do that. Live for the beauty. Live for your mom. Don't do it because you need to get back at the Major. It's not worth it. It's not gonna make you feel better, and it's not gonna bring your dad back. And Pete ends up getting to the point where he realizes that, and he sees, like, it's not worth it. But I know what Pete had to go through growing up with no parents and basically living off the streets, and that he deserves this money. So Raymond sacrifices himself, but Pete is so pissed that this all happens and that he had to just watch his best friend, his brother, get gunned down and killed right in front of him. So the wish that Raymond was going to do is what Pete ends up doing, and he gets himself the gun, assault rifle, and he points it at the Major, and the Major's like, no, you're not going to shoot me. You're the one who's about peace. You don't want to do this. Like, put the gun down. You could still get the reward, and it'll be all fine. And you think for a second Pete's going to do it, and he's going to put the gun down, but he ends up taking out the Major right there, and he fulfills Raymond's wish of getting revenge on the Major here. And I will say, this movie does not have a happy ending, like, at all. There is no happy ending. Even though they get the revenge on the Major, and hopefully that makes a change for this whole walk thing, it's still a sad ending because Pete ended up falling into the revenge that he didn't want Raymond to fall into. And I will say that it's a hard movie to watch because of how enriched you get in with these characters and just how slow of a burn is, because it is just people walking. Yes, there's a couple action scenes here and there, but for the most part, it is just them walking. So if you have a hard time just watching a movie like that, then you might have a hard time getting through this. But I only have one real con, and it's basically just the story. It's just a simple story. It's not anything crazy. It's not anything really too complex. It's more the themes that bring out it and the characters that bring the story more to life. But it is really just a walk till you can't walk no more. And it's not a huge con or anything like that. It's not like it makes the movie worse because it's just a simple story of walking till you can't walk no more. But I know there's obviously deeper themes, but the simpleness of it, it's just that boys trying to walk to change their life and make more money. But I feel like the theme and the characters is what really brings it to life. And if we go to the pros, the cast does such a great job that you don't want to see any of these guys you don't want to see any of them die unless you're a freaking sadomasochist, essentially. But they all do such a great job. The bond that the Four Musketeers have, you enjoy all of them and you want to see all of them make it. And as they're struggling to walk another step, as they're struggling to keep going and they know they need to keep going, it's hard to watch because you are growing to enjoy these guys and you're enjoying who they are and you want to see them make it, and you know they're not going to. You know, they might be taking their last steps here, and some of them sacrifice themselves and just take it out and just get it done with. Some of them end up just running right off the core of the road and just getting gunned down. Some try running away. They get to the point where there's a steep hill and they lose like 14 boys right there because it's such a hard... Like, at that point, I think it's in... I want to say like mile 20 or something like that. So they're already been walking for a full day at that point. And walking up this hill is not going to be easy. And if you're already exhausted, it's going to be even harder to get up this hill. So they lose a bunch there. You know, you're having to take a bathroom break while you're walking. Like, you cannot stop. And it's, what do? Do you shit yourself? Do you piss on yourself? Well, what can you do? You don't have much time and you're given only 3 warnings. And once those 3 warnings are up, you're dead. And you can refresh your warnings, but it's just so hard because you see them trying to think of every tactic to get going and trying to keep themselves moving. And as the boys keep helping each other, even ones who aren't part of their group, someone who's fallen, they're like, get up, don't stop. Like, you need to keep moving. You cannot stop. And it's just so hard because they all do such a great job and you just want to see them all make it. But it's just inevitable at that point. I actually did like the slow burn. Now, I will say that's not for everybody. This is a slow movie, and it is a journey. It is a long walk, as the movie says. So if you aren't going to be able to get through that, if that's going to be difficult for you, then this is a movie that will be hard for you to watch. But I liked this buildup. I like watching them go day by day by day and seeing how many miles they have walked and seeing how some of them are walking with blood in their shoes because of how much they've been walking, how they're cramping, how they're trying to figure out every single possible way to keep going. And even at one point, the one kid with the broken ankle is still walking, even though he's probably in excruciating pain. Others are sick and trying to just keep moving. Other kids are losing their freaking mind. Like, there are so many things that are going on, and you're just slowly watching it all happen. And you're watching these characters who came in this super strong, thinking they were going to get this, they were going to beat it, they are Mr. Walk, they can do this crap with their eyes closed. And as it just keeps going in longer and longer, you realize, no, I can't do this anymore. And no matter how much people are telling them, no, don't give up, you got this, you got to keep going, they're like, I can't, I got to take the easy way out and just get gunned down, get gunned down and shot in the head and just be done with it. And it makes it so... I wouldn't say it makes it worth the journey, but it definitely makes their deaths hit so much harder because of how long this buildup is. And, the acting. You could put this in there with the cast, but I will put it separately. But the acting is just so well done. Like, you're going into this with... None of these boys know each other. They're not friends. They never hung out with each other. They've never met until this point. And how fast some of them grow into relationships and have friendships really quickly is just crazy and amazing that they can do that. And just how well some of the speeches are given in this, because there's nothing else for them to bounce off of. There's no action scene. There's just them walking and talking, and they are making you feel all of these hits, making you feel the pain, and it's just done so well, and no one's skipping a beat. I wouldn't say anyone in this movie is half-acting at all. They're giving it their all, and they are making you feel their pain. You are like, damn, I don't want to go for a walk ever again right now after watching this movie. You want to stay away from walks after watching this movie because of how painful. And then it's just making you go, well, if they're walking 300 plus miles, why can't I walk another 2 steps? Why can't I walk that other block, that one more mile, that one more hour, you know? Or I'm working out, and it's definitely their acting is what brings the theme of just keep getting through it. What are you striving for? What is your passion? What is your love? What is carrying you? And even Pete says at one point, like, it's not your heart, it's not your muscles, it's your brain that's telling you to keep going and keep fighting for what you believe in. And it's just, I guess you could put the theme in there for this as well, but it's just all done so well. And it's definitely not a movie for everybody. It's a slow burn, it is a long walk, but if you enjoy these types of movies and you love good acting and a great cast put together, then this movie is perfect for you. And I have to give this movie a solid A minus. This movie is definitely, like, I will say I've probably hit some good movies the last couple weeks. Maybe not so much The Conjuring, and I wouldn't say Toxic Avengers on the same level as this one, but I would say the Stephen King movies have definitely surprised me. Now, I went into this movie thinking I was going to enjoy it, but I didn't think I was going to enjoy it as much as I did. I really enjoyed this movie, and I'm going to have a lot of contenders for number one, and I'm going to be shocked after rewatching all these what I'm going to think after all of this. And will my mind change? Will newcomers come in and take the number one spot? So there's obviously movies I still haven't seen yet that I want to see if those ones are better than the ones I've seen. But yeah, there's a lot of factors in it, but I really enjoyed this movie. It definitely makes you think, and it definitely says, well, if they can do this, I can do this too. Like, helping you overcome challenges. And yeah, but anyway, let me know what you guys thought about the movie if you've seen it. What'd you think of it? Did you enjoy it? Did you think it was dumb? Let me know what you thought about it. I'd like to get your opinions off of it. And like I always say, let me know what you're watching, what you're playing, what you're reading. Like to know what you guys are doing. Comments are always welcome. Always hit the subscribe and like button. It always helps. Shows me that you like what I'm doing. Feedback is always appreciated. And until the next one, I will see you guys soon.